Let's go ahead and check out who is in competition today. Pool A, it is headlined by the reigning official mixed doubles champions here, Olivia Gadecki and John Peers. A couple of Australians to cheer for. How about Rutliff and Glasspool, Stefani and Arevalo? They wrap up Pool A. In Pool B, Taylor Townsend and Neil Skupski, joined by Shea Sue and Julian Cash. And how about it, Ellen Perez and Nick Kyrgios rounding out Pool B. Each team will play in 2 matches. Now, what is the Showdown? Let's show you. Each match will be 10 minutes with a 15-second shot clock. That's right, 10 minutes. We're moving quickly. It is a traditional tiebreaker, just like you see during the tennis matches. And the team with the most point at the end of each match, they are going to be your winner. Now, the group stages, that'll bring us through to the final. And if there's a tie in each match, there'll be a golden point set to play to determine the winner. All other Grand Slam rules are in play. It's time for play. It's time for the Showdown. Peter Laser, let's bring out our players.
Please welcome our teams out onto Kia Arena. Olivia Gadecki and John Peers. Louisa Stefani and Marcella Arevalo. Taylor Townsend and Neil Skupski. Shea Sue and Julian Cash. Aaron Rutliff and Lloyd Glasspool. And Ellen Perez and Nick Kyrgios.
All right, we are set here courtside inside Kia Arena. Let's get up to our commentators, Wally Masur and Dave Colbert in the booth.
Thank you, Nick. Welcome, Wally. Good morning. In fact, good afternoon to you. Just ticked over the high noon here at Kia Arena. Beautiful day in Melbourne. Kids' Day, fans everywhere.
Our first match of this mixed doubles showdown is Aaron Rutliff and
something
Lloyd
different.
Glasspool.
Mixed doubles showdown. 30,000 winner take all. That'd get you up in the morning, I think.
Yes, that would get me out of bed, and that's why I'm here, Dave, because I believe we're involved. But week 1, innovation, all manner of events, and certainly looking forward to this one, and good to have an Aussie pair in action.
We might listen into some of the instructions here.
So we have Ao on one side, Mark Edmondson on the other side. Your call, please.
Edo on one side.
Ao.
How good is that? 50 years since he won the title here.
No one's picked him yet.
Ao.
It's 15-0 on AO.
Serve.
Players are confused.
So what we do know, well, I can tell you, is that each encounter will go for 10 minutes. There's a 15-second shot clock. Most point wins. And then they tally up the points from the group, so they play each other in their group. And then the winner of Group A will take on the winner of Group B for $30,000.
Dave, I'm all about innovation. And this is rapid-fire mixed doubles.
Yep.
As you've just explained. But why not no warm-up?
Just straight into it.
Straight into it, like a boxing match.
Okay.
Touch gloves and go.
I've taken note, and I'll send an email to Craig Tiley. We've got the reigning Australian Open mixed doubles champions on court here with Olivia Gadecki and John Peers. There's Grand Slam titles everywhere. In fact, in our commentary team today, Wally, because we're going to have Renee Stubbs and Josh Eagle. Between all of us, we've won 6 Grand Slam doubles or mixed doubles titles.
Wasn't easy, was it?
No. You,
No.
0. Josh, 0. Me, 0. Stubbsy, 6.
Well, thank the Lord we've got someone who knows what they're talking about.
Correct. And at the other end, it's Aaron Rutliff and Lloyd Glasspool. He's won a couple of US Open doubles titles, and Lloyd Glassful, along with Julian Cash, who's playing with Su Wei Shea, the reigning Wimbledon champions. First time we've had an all-British team win Wimbledon for 89 years. That was exciting.
Dave, I called a bit of mixed at the United Cup with Casey Delacroix,
yes,
who was a very accomplished mixed doubles player. And I said, Casey, I've actually never played mixed. And I said, what's the key? And she said, it was beautiful. She said, the man just has to go rogue.
Okay.
Which I thought was fantastic.
I've got it. Why did you never play mixed doubles?
Well,
semi-finals at the Australian Open in the US, 16 doubles titles
there
in
just
your career.
wasn't a lot of money in it.
So there you go. You only turn up if there's
absolutely. That's why I'm here, Dave.
The Grand Slam title wasn't enough to get you out of bed in the morning. Winning a title at Wimbledon or at your home Grand Slam wasn't enough.
Actually, I probably should have. I could have got a last 8 badge. Yeah.
Well, particularly, I'm disappointed in that anyway.
But here we are.
We are. So it's going to be interesting to see here. What tactic do you reckon? 10 minutes, 15-second shot clock. It goes to the same format as a tiebreaker.
Well,
so
I'll
one serve and then 2-2-2-2.
Yeah, I'll go back to the Casey Delacroix coaching advice. The man's got to go rogue. He's got to be busy early. And I think what we're kind of looking for, I guess, a lot of the women on the tour are particularly strong off that backhand wing. They've got to serve well, and they've got to be able to manage their own half of the court from the back of the court. And then hopefully the women get a high percentage of first serves in, and they allow the man to get busy at the net, cross, making uses of himself. I'm assuming we'll see a lot of I formation, and yeah, it's going to be high energy given that it's a 10-minute duration.
Hope the shot clock's working better than the warm-up time, because it's supposed to be only a minute warm-up, and it's been 5.
I don't think we need warm-ups.
I think you'd need to. Well,
no,
if you're not playing until the 3rd match, I think you... Here we go.
Ready?
So 10 minutes. Peers serving, opens with an ace.
1-0.
And that is one of the great strengths of John Peers, a very, very accurate server. You don't have to serve bombs. Just got to hit your spots, get in quickly. Here we go, 15 seconds. Where is that shot clock?
He needs a ball down the other end.
Well, that would help.
Yeah. Maybe they need extra balls at either end.
Here we go.
So glass pull. He and Julian Cash combined to go all the way to the final in Brisbane in the doubles. They finished runners up there.
Playing the I formation. Tall player, plenty of reach.
2-1, Rod Laver Arena.
Olivia Gadecki lost to Sloane Stephens in the qualifying here, Wally.
Former Grand Slam winner, Sloane Stephens. It's amazing to see her back in qualifying.
Great run all the way to the final last year, the mixed doubles. All-Australian final, that one.
Oh, good hands. And that is another thing that John Peers is well known for. Very, very quick at the net. Fast reflexes, always looking to be involved. Not a bad pickup from Ratliff, to be fair.
Gadecki.
So on serve at the moment. Server winning every point so far. Aaron Ratliff, former Canadian. Parents were sailing a boat around the world. She was born in New Zealand. Competed for Canada for the early part of her career before settling on New Zealand. Diego Schwartzman just working on a little bit of that suntan, and he's obviously done his push-ups this morning because the biceps have been just poked out a fraction.
Muscled up. But Nick Kyrgios on the side here giving John Peers a little bit of advice. will be competitors in about an hour's time. So, second serve now for Routliffe. Olivia just has to pick a spot and hit it hard. Oh, double fault. First opening.
Gadecki, please.
So we head back to the top. The two-time Olympic medalist, John Perez, to serve. On a bronze with Ash Barty when Novak Djokovic decided he was too tired to turn up in Tokyo in the gold medal match. A walkover. And he combined with Matt Ebden to win gold in Paris.
5-3. Gadecki, please.
Oh, yeah. Well done there, Olivia Gadecki. That was an awkward first volley. Just enough breeze down there at court level to make things a little bit tricky.
So 5-3 in favour of the Australians.
There it is again, that pinpoint accuracy from John Perez. Loves that centre tee serve. Well, Dave, now in this format, this is a handy lead.
Approaching the halfway.
Yeah. Just got to hang on to your serve from this point on. Interesting service motion from Glassbook. It's very front on, very early. Just couldn't imagine he could get the big kick serve happening from that position.
Both the points against the serve have come on a double fault.
Well, if you're the Australian team now, you take your full 15 seconds,
Absolutely.
don't you? You just run the clock down.
Maybe ask a few other questions. Just
Yeah.
test the chair umpire's capacity to enforce the rule.
Do up your shoelaces.
Towel.
Yeah.
Gadecki, please.
We are playing normal rules, so if there is a time violation, first point would be warning, and you lose a serve, and you lose a point.
Point game. Well, can't lose a game in this, can you?
Well, you'd be testing all. You'd cop at least one violation,
Yeah.
particularly in the final when the 30,000 is on the line.
Yeah.
Anyway, under 4.5 minutes now. 7-4.
Gadecki, please.
Okay, so they've got a couple back. The change of ends too. This would be a point in time where you just. That'll take a while. You'd have to get a drink.
Look at John, the old stager. He's gone for the towel.
Pro, correct.
Water.
Yep.
Yeah, soak up the time. He's leading 7-5. Well, Nick Kyrgios plays so fast. He plays within 15 seconds anyway. It's rapid fire.
Clock's still going. Perhaps the clock needs to pause on the changeover. Just some notes for future.
Have you ever thought about going into production, Dave?
No warm-up you want. Every time I do a tennis match with you, boy, I also recall that as soon as the ball leaves the hand, it's in play.
Oh,
that's your #1 rule.
You cannot catch the ball, surely, after you throw it up. So here's a couple of breaks. Points going against serve for Glasspool and Routliffe, so they've dragged themselves back into the contest. How quickly it can change.
7-3 to 7-6. One more serve to come from Aaron Routliffe.
And we must remember, of course, it's cumulative points. So you just fight for every point. It's not necessarily about winning or losing, just amassing as many
it's
points
1-1,
as possible.
1-1 and 1. So if they each win a pool match, then it goes back to points 1. So if someone wins 2 of their encounters here, then they'll be through. 2 minutes 43 remaining.
Oh dear, chasing a bad ball toss.
Gadecki, please.
Couple of double faults from Routliffe so far. Back to Perez. No, one more serve from Routliffe.
Let's first.
Well struck from Olivia, just clipping the tape, and not a bad idea too to go down the line, keep Glasspool at home, but another error.
A little tougher to serve from this end, the Tasmanian end. It's into the sun.
So what end is the?
This is the Europe end. European end. The Sydney end.
You're such an internationalist. You're thinking. And in the blink of an eye, it's 8-all.
8-all.
With a minute 21 remaining. This is now starting to get a little tense.
I'm getting tense. So the points have a greater magnitude right now, don't they?
You've got to get in front here, don't you?
Got to slip in front.
If it is tied at the end of 10 minutes, do we have a hooter? Is there a siren like at the foot?
There should be a buzzer, yeah, the bell.
Someone just rings it on the side. Good serve here, second serve. Oh, it's just wide, I think. Is it wide?
Glasspool made contact and admitted to it.
Okay, that's nice.
You touch it. Ladies and gentlemen, Lloyd Glasspool touched the ball.
You wouldn't admit to that, would you, Dave?
I would. You wouldn't.
9-8, Gadecki, please.
No chance would you admit to that. It's like a cricketer. Do they ever walk?
Big controversy in a US Open doubles final one year when a player didn't admit to it. Well, that is an important point right there. Now we've got the slow end change. The clock is running down.
I think that might be it. I think the clock has gone to 0. So it's Gadecki and Perez take the opening win. 10-8. We are going to go back to Nick McCarville, who's going to interview the winners, and then it will be the actual experts, Renee Stubbs and Josh Eagle.
Can't wait.
Well, guys, wow. I mean, the first time I think you've ever played a 10-minute tennis match, and we're continuing the momentum from last year. John, how did that feel?
Yeah, it was quite nice to get back out here with Liv again. We had some great memories from last year, so yeah, tried to continue where we left off last year.
Is there a rush out there when you know the clock is ticking, Olivia?
I mean, there's always a rush out here, but yeah, definitely when you're under a little bit more of a time, pressure. So, but yeah, it's good to be back.
Is this a continuation from the momentum for you guys for last year? We're going for 2 in a row.
100%. I mean, we're just gonna, take one match at a time, but yeah, we're just gonna enjoy it and see what happens.
And what is the feeling just being back here, John, with the Australian fans here in Melbourne? It's just the best time of year for you Australian players.
Oh, it certainly is. To have friends and family in the crowd. I know a few came out today, but to have all the Aussies out here as well is fantastic. And let's see if we can make some noise out here and have a lot of fun.
All right, give it up. John Perez, Olivia Gadecki, winner of your first match here in the mixed doubles showdown. We've got another match to come. Taylor Townsend and Neil Skupski. They're taking on Shea Su Wei and Julian Cash. Back up to you. Let's go to Renee Stubbs and Josh Eagle.
Thank you very much, Nick, and what a great concept this is. First time in, well, a fair bit of an entertainment, Stubbsy, for this, because the crowd will be loving to see Nick Kyrgios coming up shortly, but at the moment we've got a new pairing of Townsend and Skupski and Su Wei and Cash.
Serve. So one minute warm up and then we
So
go.
there's...
You heard there, Josh. 1 minute warm-up.
That's more like it.
Mate, when you get older, you better hurry up and get out there with some good leg movement right away.
Fast and furious, that's how we like it. So Taylor Townsend there on the left, very handy left-hander, is a very accomplished doubles player, of course. And teaming up with Neil Skupski, just coming off the semi-finals there in Adelaide a couple of days ago. In fact, lost yesterday, so he's hightailed it here to the Australian Open. Su Wei, nasty to play against Su Wei, Stubbs. You would have played against her.
I did play against her. That's how old she is. But let me tell you something. She came out with 1 racket today, Josh. You know why? She hasn't broken a string since 1985. And that was probably when she was born.
Under 12s.
Yeah. Just a terrific player. So is Taylor Townsend, who's a multiple Grand Slam champion in her own right in doubles. Won the doubles here last year with Siniakova. So this is going to be a lot of fun, this particular match.
Who are you tipping? Who's favourites?
You know, it's a tough one, right? Because all four of these players are such terrific doubles players and mixed doubles players. It's a little bit of who serves the best. In the previous match, we saw one team serve 3 double faults, and that's giving 3 points away. And in a sort of a 10-point or a 10-minute tiebreak, you can't afford to give those away. Sue doesn't have a big serve at all, but she's so tricky around the net or on the baseline. So it's kind of dependent on how many breaks of serve we're going to see.
Yeah, fair to say, Stubbs, the start's crucial, isn't it? If you've got to get off to a good start and then build a bit of a lead, then you can wind the clock down.
I think if there's anything that we can take from this week, it's the fan engagement and all the things that Tennis Australia has implemented. But I tell you what, Sue Shea should have entered the 1-point challenge, Josh.
She would have been a nightmare to play against. Just such a point of difference. You'll see that as this tiebreaker unfolds. Very, very crafty.
All right, so Neil Skupski is going to start this action. So 10 minutes, everybody. Let's go.
Strap yourselves in. We are ready to go. This is the second match up.
Ready? Play.
Oh, that's not a start you want to see from Taylor Townsend. A great serve down the tee from Skupski. And if I did that when I was playing mixed with you, Josh, you'd have a word with me afterwards.
Stern word. So this is Group B. The first match was Group A. So the winners of Group A will take on the winners of Group B for $30,000. Oh, she's missed that.
2-0. See you, Cash.
That one went in. That could have been 2 back-to-back mistakes from the ladies at the net, but she gets away with that one. I'm not used to her hitting the ball that hard.
A great start here, off to a flyer. 3-love.
Yeah, Cash.
It's a handy lead. So this is where, if you're the returner here, Stubbs, and you win one of these next 2 points, you really feel like you've got a commanding lead.
That's right, but remember, it's 10 minutes, so there is time to catch up. You don't want to panic early on if you are down in a tie break.
That's a great serve. In fact, Taylor played qualies here and lost to Storm Hunter.
Yep, in the last round. Great effort from a couple of the Aussies to get through qualifying. Really nice to see. There you go, Josh. That's sort of the ability of Sue in the net. She just plays the right volley. And then it was up to her partner to get into the net behind it as well.
Had an accomplished singles career. Made the quarterfinals here a couple of times out of nowhere. So
yep.
Very, very handy.
So are they slow rolling the serve already?
I think that she's winding down the clock already. There's only a mere 7 minutes 50 to go. See, oldest trick in the book. See that one, throw the ball up. And see that the players know this.
See, the 1-point challenge, she would have been a nightmare because she would have thrown that. I mean, I will say she's doing that because the sun is 100% in her eyes down that end. So she's gone with the old grass court slider. Great idea. That's the difference between sort of a wily veteran, which I would say that Sue is, and it's one of the reasons why she's done so well, is that she just knows how to win points without being flashy. She's just smart.
Oh.
6-1.
Gets enough onto it, and this is an enormous lead, 6-1.
And Josh, with the accumulative point scoring system, this is big for Sue and for Julian Cash because they're going to have so many more points than Townsend and Skupski if this finishes at like 10 or 11-1.
Yeah, the differential is growing. Well done, Neil Skupski.
6-2. CA Cash.
So there's 4 minutes gone. There's a bit of ribbing going on from the side of the court. not the place to go.
She got the windscreen wiper out there on that volley.
7-2, Sia Cash.
Yes, my old mixed doubles partner, Todd Woodbridge, would always yell at me, hit it to the chick. And on some occasions, absolutely, you have to play the woman. She's the weaker of the two on the court, and it's not because they're not great players, but Su Wei Shea is not going to miss a volley like that.
Too good. Touch of class here from Neil.
7-3, Sia Cash.
See, Neil was thinking, I'm not going to go anywhere near Su Wei Shea at the net.
They're definitely winding the clock down. What have we got? 5 minutes 15 to go. 7-3 with a serve to come.
8-3, Sia Cash.
So it's a big lead now, 8-3. And Townsend serving at what we feel is the difficult end. That's the Tasmanian end that Dave Colbert called it.
But for her, it's the good end because she's a lefty. She doesn't have to really deal with the sun at all from that end.
Oh, that is unbelievable. Oh,
no way.
What a return from Su Wei.
But again, Josh, that's where she's so smart. She knows, look, I'm in trouble. I'm way off the court. What can I do to get this ball? Just get it in the court.
Did more than that. That was an incredibly difficult smash in the end. Got a little lucky.
Okay, now if I'm Taylor Townsend here, I am, let's go. I want to serve. I'd be up there to serve right now.
Yeah, can't waste a minute. It's only 4 minutes to go. Kyrgios, keen to get on court. Good little comeback here. A couple of quick points. 8-5.
8-5, Sia Cash.
Even when you're playing a regular match tiebreak in singles or doubles, which is now implemented in the third set of every major going forward, you're never out of these tiebreaks. You have to not panic early on.
3 minutes remaining.
It's very different. First to 7 is very much a sprint, but 10, it just feels very different. You never feel like you're out of it.
No, they have 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh, that should be a warning. What's going on? She's gone well over the 10-second time there.
Dispute from the opponents. Oh, he's missed it.
9-5, Sia Cash.
Let me make it awfully difficult now. 3 minutes, 2 seconds to go with a 4-point lead. She's winding down the clock here.
Oh, the old trick in the book again.
She's cagey. Yeah. So cagey.
10-5, Sia Cash.
Now, if I'm Skupski again, I'm get up to the line faster. You guys are wasting critical seconds and moments here. There we go. Now I'd run to the other side.
10-6, Sia Cash.
Tick over 2 minutes left.
Just out.
10-7, Sia Cash. 2 minutes remaining.
Okay, 2 minutes is actually a lot of time. You can get this back to 10-all if you clearly can win one of these service points from the men.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, they will wind the clock down. Su Wei just orchestrating it here, just slowing it down.
Okay, they just started the 15-second.
Yeah. Su Wei's
That doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to get down there to the umpire immediately after this.
I'm sure you will. Now we're down to 1 minute 10.
What? Double fault.
That'll make things interesting. This next point's huge.
Yeah, huge.
1 minute remaining.
If Townsend and Skupski can win this point here, they're in it. Oh, they've got to swap ends.
Oh, no, they've got to swap ends. You've got to run.
Swap ends, please. 10-8.
Look at Taylor. She's on a horse down there. Why is Su Wei and those guys running? I'd be walking as slow as possible right now.
They need to police the 15 seconds.
Yeah, now it hasn't even started the 15. Now he just started the 15-second clock. Got to be better on it.
Yeah, because there's only 31 seconds left overall in this clash. It's an epic clash, this one.
This feels like the one-point challenge, this serve.
Yeah. What a success that was. Oh, trouble. No.
11 minutes, catch, time.
Yep, that's it. Time is called, and that is it. So Su Wei Cash. I was going to say Su Wei Cash. She's got plenty of cash. And Julian Cash have wrapped it up 11 points to 8. And they have got a reasonable lead. So we're going to go courtside with the winners. We're going to head down and hear from hopefully all 4 players. Nick McCarville, courtside.
All right, you guys, congratulations. Julian, first time I believe you guys have played together. How did things work out there for you today?
Yeah, it was good. Found her agent's email, and here we are. No, yeah, it was great fun. Weird format, but quite enjoy it. So yeah, it's been a good start.
Su Wei, you guys had a lead early, and then were you playing a little bit slower? Come on, be honest with us.
You know, this is a strategy. We want to hear some crowd here.
Are you watching the clock when you're out there? Because we've never done this format before. You only have 10 minutes. Are you aware of the clock?
At the beginning, I was confused because I was not sure where is the clock.
Yeah. It's there in the corner. We've got you. Julian, playing with someone like Su Wei, she's won the mixed doubles title here. She's got a lot of Grand Slams to her credit. Were you impressed with some of the touch shots that she put out today?
Yeah, for sure. My mixed record is pretty poor, so I knew I'd need someone to carry me. That's why I chose her. So yeah, she's impressive out there.
Okay, and lastly, Su Wei, you love coming back to Australia. What's your favorite part of the Australian summer of tennis? Every year you seem to just play your best tennis.
You think the same?
Yes.
But some people was not sure. They say I play worse and worse. But I will try my best to show better tennis.
All right, well, you were great today. Give it up. Su Wei Hsieh and Julian Cash. Come on, Key Arena. Give it up for them. They are the winner of match 2. Time to get back upstairs for our next match. Aaron Rutleff and Lloyd Glasspool taking on Luisa Stefani and Marcela Arevalo. Back up to you guys. Dave Colbert, Renee Stubbs.
Thank you, Nick. 2-11-8 results so far. And so this is a must-win for Rutleff and Glasspool, having lost to Olivia Gadecki, John Peers in the opening encounter. Renee Stubbs is here. Stubbsy, I'm shocked that Josh didn't mention his Australian Open semi-final win with Barbara over you and Todd back in the day. I can't believe he didn't mention that. So I'm going to. He's actually asked me to raise it.
Listen, I completely forgot about that. And I have clearly, that's probably the reason why Todd and I stopped playing, was losing to those two.
They formed a good partnership, though, ongoing.
You know what was funny, though?
Babsy and Josh.
Josh and I played mixed together several times prior to that, and we didn't win anything.
Did you ditch him, or did he ditch you?
I think it was probably a mutual decision there. But Bubsy and Josh ended up getting married and are still together, so I think that was a much better decision.
You did win a mixed doubles Australian title with Todd, so you went on to bigger and better things.
Oh, no, actually beat Todd in the final at that. So I won the US Open with Todd.
Oh, US Open, okay.
Yeah, there's a long story behind that.
Right.
He refused to play with me until I beat him, and then he said, okay, I'll play with you now. But anyway.
So a little bit of pressure here for Rutleff and Glasspool, who do need to produce something, having lost their opening encounter. Luisa Stefani. She's won an Australian Open mixed doubles title with Rafael Matos, runner-up at Wimbledon, Olympic bronze medalist. And Marcelo Arevalo from El Salvador. He was a world #1 back in November of last year. Twice a Grand Slam doubles winner. Runner-up in the mixed doubles. 16 doubles titles to his name.
Ready?
Men's doubles player with Mate Pavic. So Glasspool to serve.
So certainly starting a little bit better
Ratliff
on this occasion, Dave. One of the things that Ratliff and Glasspool did not do well in that last tiebreak was serve. They double faulted 3 times total, and in a sort of 10-minute tiebreak, that is giving away way too many easy points. I think it's going to help that they have already played this format already.
So what do you think they learned from their opening encounter?
Well, maybe how to just manage the time, not rush or rush, depending on sort of if you're leading or losing in the match. But I think also just they'll serve probably better, just they won't be as nervous.
I feel you play the first half as normal and then see where you're going from there. If you've got a lead, then you slow things down. Obviously, if you're coming from behind, you do have to get a hustle on.
He has a very big serve, Arevalo. Oh, perfect return.
3-1, Stefani.
That's where you are picking your side immediately. He saw Glasspool move to the left, and so just pulled that forehand down the line, which is really the easier shot.
Stefani,
again, the service issues continue for Erin Ratliff.
Yeah, she's usually a pretty good server. I mean, that's, I would argue to say that she has an unusual service motion, Dave, but she's usually got a very good serve. That's one of the things that has been, you know, a positive for her in her career. Big, big first serve.
Stefani.
So Glasspool pulls back a little bit of a mini break.
And then just leaps the net, old school style.
Well, the fellas have done that a couple of times. The women have been a little more classy and gone around the outside of the net.
So the clock continues when they change ends. And so if you're leading, you will take a little more time. The shot clock starts when the umpire decides. So we're now down to 9 seconds.
See, I would mentally play this differently than that. I'll give you my perspective after this point.
To that. 6-time Grand Slam doubles, mixed doubles champion.
Too good there. I would actually, if I'm leading, I would try and play even faster, because I feel like when you get the lead, you want to keep the lead and you want to keep the momentum going.
Please. Thank you, ball kids.
As opposed to sort of slowing down and protecting the lead, you're actually trying to grow the lead. That's what I would think. It's more a positive way of thinking.
Ball's delivered to the end for
great serve.
Glasspool.
4-all. Ball to the other side.
Still need balls at the Tasmanian end. Tough for the ball kids. They're busy.
Well, I think, Dave, what they need to do is hang on to a couple of them in the middle of the net, so they're able to get them down to the other end quicker.
Or maybe even just have more. I know that that's not
or
in
have
the...
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a different sort of format, so have balls at each end ready to go. It's quick fire. 4 apiece, approaching the halfway mark.
Oh, what a shot.
5-4. Stefani Arevalo.
You have to be ready for this. That kicker is so good, it is going to be almost impossible for Stefani to hit that back down the line. So you have to be ready for that one. Probably the best point we've seen so far today.
6-4, Stefani Arevalo.
Some good hands here from Ratliff, trying to just get this back, keep those hands down low. and you're able to pick off volleys at the net, but not able to on that last one. Oh, going for the slow play, maybe the Sue Shea move.
Oh.
Stefani over.
So they did get out to a 4-1 lead. It was dragged back in. Now 7-4 in favour of Stefani, and Arevalo, Rountliff and Glasspool need to get a win here to keep their hopes alive. They lost the first one 11-8 to Olivia Gadecki and John Perez, the Australian defending mixed doubles titleist here at the Australian Open. 3:45 to go.
Oh, and that's just, I think that's the fourth or fifth double fault she's hit today. She'll be happy to get down the other end because the sun definitely is an issue for her on that side. But at this point, Dave, when you double fault that much in the last 2 matches, you've got to get the first serve in. You have to actually almost hit a second serve as a first serve, just because your second serve is so unreliable today. You almost can't take the risk.
So one more to come. A little bit easier from this end.
I'd still be going with the more of a safer first serve here.
Stefani Arevalo. Thank you, ball kids.
So there was a chance there for Stefani to continue the advantage there. Really needed to get that one back in. 3 minutes to go. Balls rapidly being sent down to the other end.
See, this is what I'd be doing if I was Stefani. I'd be wanting to play here and grow the lead, not try and protect it.
Okay, that's interesting, because Wally and I, watching that previous match, said the tactic here when you're in front as the clock gets right down is you serve a fault. That soaks up a bit of time. And then you throw the ball up and catch it, because the clock restarts. You can soak up a good 30 seconds.
I see, that's the difference between you guys and me. I want to grow the lead, not protect it.
That's why Wally and I would be good at Survivor, other than the fact that the games require some courage, which I don't have any of, and I don't like eating bugs. Yeah. But sneakiness, Stubbsy, that's Wally and I. 8-6, getting tight. But there's only a minute 54 to go. And again, Stefani here, you serve a fault, you catch the ball, you walk around.
See, I'd get up there and think, hit an ace.
Yeah, that's why you won 6 titles and we all won none. What will she do? Well, that helps.
Get the first
you win the point.
That's it. You win the point. You add to your total. You don't. You don't be a wuss out there.
You win it rather than protect.
Yes.
Okay. Minute 22 remaining. Glasspool has to win here 2 points in a row. Quickly. There's one. That helps.
9-7.
7-9. You can see the tie. You can just serve it now. I think you just serve it.
Now
Here we go.
9-8.
Golden point if it's all tied up. Do you think you should be, if you've got the balls in your hand and you're serving it, do you think the server sets the time and you should just be able to go?
It's a tough one. I mean, he's down to 7 seconds right now to serve.
Ooh. It's a big point, this 9-8. Could be off to a golden point.
Yeah, perfect serve.
10-8.
Now they've got to switch ends. They've got 18 seconds to play one more point. And they will get a point in here.
They'll get one. Shot clock doesn't start. Match clock will be continuing to count down.
Now, this is where, if I'm serving, I take my time. Because this is the last point, no matter what, and we're going to win.
So they've got the W. They will play Gadecki and Perez for a spot in the final.
11-8.
And 11-8. So it's the third 11-8 scoreline we've seen. And Luisa Stefani and Marcelo Arevalo have taken the win. And they will go on to play the Australians for a spot in the final. We go down to Nick, as in McCarville, not Kyrgios, who's getting warm. Let's go down to Nick McCarville.
Guys, wow, we were watching the clock there closely. Marcelo, tell me how it played out for you guys. Were you watching the clock too?
At the end, yes. I'm not gonna lie. At the end, I was watching the clock. I think that gives you the extra fire, the extra, you know, you get a little bit tight. But first of all, I want to say thank you to Tennis Australia for this initiative to put this event together. This is great. And yeah, I think it's good for the doubles players as well. So thank you, Tennis Australia, for taking that in consideration. And I think we're all having fun here.
How amazing is it, like Marcelo saying, Luisa, to be out here on the eve of the Australian Open, have this great crowd, and for you guys to showcase mixed doubles like this?
Yeah, it's awesome, and also an opportunity for mixed doubles. It's always a fun to play, and especially with Marcelo with such great energy. I love coming back to Australia. It's always a warm welcome, and the crowd and the atmosphere is amazing. So it's so nice to be here, and I hope you guys are having fun.
How did this team come together? How did you guys partner up?
We texted, and he's like, okay, yes.
Like everything this day through DMs, you know?
DMs, of course. Okay, Luisa Stefani, Marcelo Arevalo. We got to get off court, guys. They win match 3. The round robin continues here as Taylor Townsend and Neil Skupski are on court for the first time, or the second time, against Ellen Perez. Nick Kyrgios on court for the first time. Let's go to Josh Eagle and Wally Masur.
Thank you very much, Nick. It's great to see the other Nick Kyrgios, taking centre stage here with Ellen Perez. Wally, I know you're fired up. You're very excited to see Nick Kyrgios.
Well,
in action.
I'm up on my feet, Josh. You'd have to say he's the class of all the male players here. Obviously had an outstanding singles career. He is an Australian Open doubles winner with Thanasi Kokonakis, so he knows his way around the doubles court. Massive serve, good volleyer, and Ellen Perez, very talented lefty. So they'll be a formidable team. Let's see how they approach this format. And of course, Skupski and Townsend, they have the benefit of having played a match already, so they'll be up and about. They'll probably start a little faster than they did in their previous encounter.
Well, they need to lift because they lost 11-8 in that first one, so they're up against it. So it's accumulation of points, this format. Kyrgios has had the benefit of watching the format, and the right and left-handed combination of Kyrgios and Perez could be pivotal. He's won the toss, Nick Kyrgios, today, and has elected to receive, which is a bit controversial.
Just giving his older body a little bit of a chance to warm up.
Yep.
But you would think in this format you'd serve first, right?
Yeah.
Get off to a flyer.
All right.
Ready?
10 minutes of pure entertainment. Let's get this started.
Nick dancing around in his return position, draws a fault.
A great point to start.
Well, Nick charged, didn't he? Charged on the return and almost overcommitted, stumbled as he chased the lob. So there you go, just standing sideline. So this is the final smashes. Nick doing a good job of making Townsend play one more ball, but she was up to the task. But you've got to start fast.
He's exhausted after that point.
Yeah. So what Nick did just there is what he should have done in the one-point challenge.
Not miss.
Just not miss. Yeah. Just play that sleepy backhand cross court. It's a very safe shot for him. As it was, he went for the big winner down the line, and he was out of the one-point challenge.
Yeah, that serve is matched. Easy, great rhythm.
His great ability on serve, Josh, is he puts the ball in the same spot every time. And from that one position, he's got every serve. So he's really hard to read. And of course, coming down from a great height doesn't hurt either, with a fast arm and a good technique. It's a pretty good combination. Taylor Townsend standing well wide of the centre tee.
Oh, a nice return here from Ellen.
But loses the advantage because she's facing another left-hander.
That's right.
I think she tried to slide that into her body there, just didn't get it quite right.
Yeah, you'd think she'd almost get in a little tighter to that middle tee and serve and minimise the angle. That's a good serve here from Townsend. So just keeping them in touch here. 3-2. King, Kyrgios and Perez.
King, Kyrgios. It seems as though the teams that have jumped out to an early lead have held on.
So far.
By virtue of the format where you can
scoreboard pressure.
Kind of wind the clock down ever so slightly. Here we go, I formation. Perez to serve.
Oh.
Ooh. That hurts.
Just really decelerated on serve there. Ellen Perez from Sydney.
Just getting that first serve in might have been advisable. Doesn't have to be too good. Just slide it into the backhand of young Skupski and get Nick involved at the net.
Yeah, here they go.
Perez,
Taylor Townsend had made her mind up there. She was going straight at Kyrgios. He was making his presence felt at the net. She picked a target, went for it, just long.
It's a big swing on that return.
Yeah, 157. I think she probably had a little more time than she thought.
Oh, nice. That return was... It was dipping, it was low. So only 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go already. So a couple of serves on the Kyrgios racket. You would imagine that they'll probably win both of those. And that will build a solid lead.
Now, how will he go about it? Will he go with the
slider down the tee, I think.
cannon or just the three-quarter accuracy?
He's winding the clock down.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Look at that, he has done that.
He's a professional clock winder.
Look at the movement through the air there on that serve. Just missed, but enormous.
Oh, what a return.
Great return. No substitute for depth, Josh. So I've been told.
Who told you that?
The old Charlie Hollis. But look at that, great return there. Just pegged Kyrgios to the back of the court. And then, of course, he became very aware of Townsend moving at the net. Took his eye off the ball. Got to go wide, surely.
Oh, trouble. Oh, there he goes. That's out of the stadium.
Now, do you think, is that genuine, or is he just living up to the Kyrgios myth?
Wow. I'll be interested.
Is that a warning?
No,
no
not
warning.
Yet. No warnings. I think he just sort of expected to roll through and win those 2 points, and he's in fact lost both of them. Now these points become large. A great return from Ellen Perez. He's kept their team in touch here. They change ends at 6-all.
That was a great return, wasn't it? And the way she moved through the ball, she didn't wait for it to come to her. Kyrgios with a bit of banter, he's just trying to
niggle,
take their concentration away, but Skupski, he's locked in. Oh, or is he?
See, it's worse.
I feel there's tension in this, Josh, with the players. They're not quite as loose and as free-flowing as they might be in a normal match, because every point has such gravitas.
A bit like your voice. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe it? That gives everyone hope to be a professional tennis player. If Ellen Perez can miss that, is that even possible?
Well, Nick was lined up, and of course he has one of the great smashes. But
we've got to see this again.
He basically said, I'm looking into the sun, I'm out. Oh my God. Ellen stepped up to the plate, and then I think she was looking into the sun.
That was in my 40 years of tennis, I don't think I've seen anyone miss a ball that easy.
Have you seen Dave Colbert play?
He's not a player.
Oh, she backs it up with a good serve. Well, it's not how you get knocked down.
It's how you get up.
It's how you get back up. Great serve. Crowd appreciate that.
All right, here we go.
It's breezy on court. The sun is a factor.
So Ellen.
So she's well inside the surface line. There you go.
That gives all club players hope. Oh, good moving from Kyrgios.
And look at that, jump to a 9-7 lead.
Let's check the clock, Wally. It's 1:55 to go, so that's a crucial mini break.
So they've won every point since the miss smash. Maybe it was a tactic.
Well, that could be crucial.
Perez Kyrgios.
All right, now it's Kyrgios to serve, and he's just taking his time here.
Josh, what do you think of the shot selection, the tweener, middle of the rally there?
Oh, the whole.
Well, he's an entertainer.
The whole stadium loved it.
So Kyrgios standing well wide. I would assume big kicker wide.
Yeah.
For the one-hander.
Great put away from Ellen Perez. She's redeemed herself. And I think that could be enough because there's only 45 seconds left, Wally, and Kyrgios is going to almost crawl around the net post here.
Ellen's pulled a hamstring. She's shuffling to the other end. So when do they start the clock for these end changes? I don't think maybe just one end change is all you need.
Look at he's stalling.
Maybe just a 5-minute end change.
All right, he's really almost, the clock has expired. Just 1 second, and as you do, Nick Kyrgios sends down a bomb, and Kyrgios and Ellen Perez have wrapped this one up. Another 11-8. That's 4 in a row. 11-8, Kyrgios, Perez. They're going to be very hard to beat in this format. So good stuff from the Aussie pairing. Let's head down courtside shortly, because we've got Nick is with the winners. Let's hear from the winners, Nick.
Okay, guys, I think that was our closest match so far. Nick, tell us about watching the scoreboard and watching the clock while also playing tennis.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm the ultimate tactician, so, you know, I'm going to waste time when we're up. But no, Ellen is the captain of our team, so she's just going to tell me what to do, and that we started our campaign with a win.
You sure did. Ellen, you missed that overhead, but you bounced back well, baby. How was the focus there after that miss?
Yeah, I was questioning the fact that I'm telling him what to do because it should have been him taking that. But no, it was fun, a lot of fun out there. I thought we hit some good shots, so we're ready.
How much are you loving this Aussie support out here today?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great to see people out here, so thanks for coming and get loud for us.
All right, Ellen Perez, Nick Kyrgios, they win their first match on court. We head to our 5th match here. Olivia Gadecki, John Peers taking on Luisa Stefani, Marcelo Arevalo. Let's go back up to the booth. Dave Colbert, Renee Stubbs, take it away.
So the situation is at the moment we have had 4 encounters. Every one so far has been 11-8, and it's cumulative points. So as we look at the scorecard, Renee Stubbs, we have Ratliff and Glasspool on 16 points. Townsend and Skupski in Group B, 16 points. So in this Group A, Gadecki and Peers and Stefani and Arevalo have both won their encounters with 11 points, so they need to get past 16. That's the first thing, and then it'll effectively be the winner of this one.
Dave,
will take the W.
This is why we have you, because between Josh, Wally and myself, none of us can add.
It's
so
the only reason I'm here.
We're
It's
glad.
not for my tennis expertise. It's solely for scoring.
Thank you very much for enlightening everyone here today at what is necessary in this particular match.
Yeah. So you would think that whoever wins here is going to go through to the big final. And they were both impressive. Gadecki won the toss. And she will serve for the Australians, who are the reigning Australian Open mixed doubles champions. But we like the form of Luisa Stefani and Marcelo Arevalo. Both of them have been on the winning teams in Grand Slam. For Arevalo, twice a Grand Slam doubles winner at the French Open 2022 and 2024. And Stefani, she won the mixed doubles here in 2023, the all-Brazilian combination alongside Rafael Matos. I think we've learned a little bit about the tactics. Maybe some revisions that we only need one change of ends, but we're into it. Pierce is serving.
Yeah, maybe a change of ends after 5 minutes would probably make sense.
Getting out to an early lead certainly helps. The scoreboard pressure.
The old chip and charge on the return. I love it. Especially when players stay back, like someone like John Pierce really should serve and volley. That would have been an easy volley for him. Instead, it ended up being a tough shot from the baseline to have to avoid the players at the net. That's a good shot from John Pierce. But Arevalo, he really should have been covering that middle there. The guy has to really make his presence felt at the net. He has to be the one that's sort of covering the middle and trying to help the female at the net. Maybe a Gadecki trying to take that serve on inside the baseline. Arevalo has a huge serve, so I'd be probably telling her to step maybe a couple of steps back, give herself some time to react.
Oh.
Huh. 2-0.
So 7 minutes and 55 seconds left to play here. Yep.
3-2. Stefani Arevalo.
So again, the slight advantage for Stefani and Arevalo, taking the serve away from Gadecki after Pierce and Arevalo lost their first 2 serves. So Stefani for the first time. Safe end, no issues with the sun.
Yeah, a terrific first serve there from Stefani. Sets up her partner at the net. And we're going to have our first change of ends. But yeah, I like that idea, Dave, rather than you know, we sort of said, well, let's not have any change of ends just because you have the 10-minute and you're getting this sort of like slow play situation. And I think as you see the good serve there from Stefani, I think having one change of serve, because the serve is difficult from this end that Stefani is at, serving into the sun. So you do have to have a change of sides at some point.
Oh. 4-3.
That was a big point.
Well, the first change of serve in terms of tactics in the time clock isn't necessarily an issue, the change of ends, but certainly the second one comes a little later when the clock is starting to count down. Can be used as a tactic, as we saw with the very canny Nick Kyrgios and Alan Perez, who all of a sudden developed injuries just as they had to walk from one end of the court to the other.
Oh.
5-3, Stefani Arevalo.
Just when they get themselves back on serve, they've had some issues. John Peers that time finding it tough to find the middle of the racket. I'm not the tennis expert, Renee, but I have learned that the middle is the place where it's best to hit the ball from.
Yeah, and on that occasion, Olivia Gadecki just trying to do too much with that volley past the guy at the net rather than just trying to get that back through the middle of the court, which is, as you've already noted, the easiest place to put it, over the lower part of the net.
Two big serves here. This could be for a spot in the final, really. That goes wide.
Boy, they got lucky there. I don't know what was that miscommunication from Arevalo and Stefani.
There's still plenty of time here, just at the halfway mark, but that lead is starting to become handsome. One more serve to come.
Perfect. That is wonderful doubles there from the Spanish Brazilian combination.
So Olivia Gadecki 1-1, lost one on serve, first time round.
Okay, so 8-4, Dave. 4 minutes to go. It's possible to claw back here in this particular tiebreak.
Yeah, one more serve from Gadecki, and then Stefani will have two.
Yeah, it's certainly a better feeling, Dave, when you know that the woman has to serve in the next couple of points rather than the guy, especially Arevalo. He has such a big serve.
Less drinking, more playing, though, from John Peers. I don't think you can afford, when you're down 4-8, to stop for a drink. Okay, so two big serves here for Mrs. Stefani. So the other group, Group B, Alan Perez and Nick Kyrgios, Sue Shea, Julian Cash, they are playing in the next encounter, which also will be for a spot in the final. I feel like that was a missed opportunity. 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, definitely not in the textbook of backhand volleys, that one. She almost had enough time to hit a swinging volley there, which I think Olivia sometimes is more confident doing. And it was a big miss, Dave, just given the scoring the way it is.
Okay, so that now becomes a problematic scoreline for the Australians. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Appears to serve from the difficult end.
All right, so with less than 2 minutes to go now, it looks like Gadecki and Peers, who are the mixed doubles champions from last year, are not going to make it to the finals here of this event. And that doesn't help. To have to serve again and run down another 10-15 seconds.
Well, that has been sprayed into the crowd.
11-6, Stefani Arevalo.
seen a few of those.
No one caught this out in the... What position would that be in the field?
That would be mid-off.
Yeah, I was going to say mid-off. Bit of a guess. Big serve there. That's going to guarantee it, Dave.
Biggest scoreline we've seen too. We've had 4 encounters, all of them 11-8.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute to go. Change of ends. This is the one that's problematic for mine. It becomes a tactical change of ends.
Yeah.
Nick Kyrgios is getting involved. He's ready. Big clash coming up for Kyrgios and Perez. The 2 Australians are going to lose Gadecki and Piers. 30 seconds remaining in this one.
36, Stefani Arevalo.
So Gadecki will have a serve here that will round us out. 15 seconds on the clock, 10 seconds to go. This will be the final point.
Oh, terrific volley there from John.
13-7, Stefani Arevalo, time.
And that is it. So Luisa Stefani and Marcelo Arevalo get the win, 13-7, and they will go through to the final. Who will they play? That is the question. Everybody is thinking, will it be Kyrgios and Perez or Shea and Cash? Let's go down to Nick McCarville to talk to the winners.
Wow, guys, officially into the final. Marcelo, how do we feel?
Happy. You know, it's always nice to compete at any activity. You know, like I like to be part of any competition, so I'm great. Always good to play in front of a nice crowd as well, and against Aussie team. So we're happy, and the most important that we're enjoying and we're having fun.
Yeah, you really are. Now tell us, how hard is it to play, go off the court, and then come back on and still bring your best tennis?
Not hard at all today, really. We're just enjoying watching them play. This should be a fun match too, so we're having fun, and that's the most important, yeah.
All right, we're watching with you. You're going to play the winner, Luisa Stefani, Marcelo Arevalo. Congratulations. Into the final here of the Showdown, and it's all to play for in our final round-robin match. Perez, Kyrgios taking on Shea and Cash. We go back upstairs. Josh Eagle and Wally Masur.
Thank you very much, Nick. Great job courtside, loving it. And you're absolutely right. There is so much to play for. This is a spot in the final here. Nick Kyrgios and Ellen Perez. Just a quick warm-up and we'll be into it in a second. Sue is going to make this awfully difficult as well. So it's a shootout, Wally. The winner of this through to the final, and as we saw in the previous one, Kyrgios winning the toss and has elected to receive.
Okay, well, they've got their tactics set in stone, and this will be interesting for Nick playing someone like Sue. I'm not sure he would have experienced that throughout the course of his career. She's so wily. She always finds the middle of the racket. She puts the ball in the right part of the court. Such an awkward customer, and one of those players that never seems to be moving fast, but always seems to be there.
Absolutely.
Ellen Perez, and will be better for the run, having played one tiebreaker already. Sun and the wind and the court dimensions will all feel a lot more comfortable now.
Yeah, it's got to give her a lot of confidence, teaming up with Kyrgios,
and
Cash and Sue Wei, having a win in their first match, as did Kyrgios and Ellen Perez, both winning 11-8, so they're on equal points. And as I've mentioned, they will be through to the final. Whoever wins this shootout, it's a 10-minute shootout.
And of course, there is always the potential that we end up tied after 10 minutes, in which case there would be a golden point.
That would be exciting.
That would be exciting. And I'm assuming that'd be gender to gender.
Yeah. All right, so players just about set here. We're going to get underway in the final group stage match of the round robin.
So let's not forget, Josh,
Ready?
there's $30,000 at stake here
30
for the winning team.
That's a lot to play for. Oh, he's all class.
1-0 Perez here.
So the perfect start from Kyrgios. And with his serves to come, maybe looking to try and build a 3-love lead here. Gone underarm.
Yeah, but you can't outfox Sue. No way.
2-0, Perez, Kyrgios.
She's the ultimate fox on the tennis court.
Very foxy.
I mean, she was all over that. She almost baited him into doing it.
Great serve. So that is a very handy lead here. Off to a sprint here.
There it is, the little underarm serve. But Sue had read it. She was off and running before he made contact.
Just clips the tape.
3-1, Perez.
And look at Sue. I mean, the centre of the court is the hardest part to defend. So she was in trouble there, Sue, but she just nudged it back down the middle. Not a straightforward volley for Perez. She had to stretch. Not to be outdone.
Underarm.
Oh, Sue, you are a genius.
Well done.
And that is straight back at you, Nick Kyrgios. How clever was that? I love it. He's been out Kyrgios. What a classic.
Great court craft.
She's just like, I see you, Nick, and I'll raise you.
Someone's got a cross. Oh, too good. Ellen Perez with a clean winner.
Gee, what a shot that was. And did she give it a little extra pepper? Because she saw Cash crossing, but it was a formidable forehand there from Ellen Perez. Yeah, just nothing on really, was there?
No,
just boom.
Just saw him just starting to edge over and just unloaded. Just really, such a wide base, just really ripped through that back of that ball.
And I guess Sue felt that Cash would get a racket on it, and she was not prepared. Almost a shepherd.
So 5-2 lead. That's a good lead.
6:42 remaining. So if they can just pinch 1 point here, you'd think the Aussies are in great shape, given that Nick will serve next.
If you can roll through a couple of quick serves here and get back to 5-4 and ask the question.
So Nick just seeking a bit of advice from the bench.
Yeah,
that's a super return, isn't it? That's the hardest return to deal with as a volleyer. Just dumped it at his feet.
And you can see he's not going to rush to get up to the line here.
So he feigned the heavy kicker, then went the underarm serve. You'd think now heat down the middle.
Slide at T. Yep, loves that serve. Yeah. So now we're to 7-3. I just think that's probably enough of a lead.
Yeah.
I know it's 5 minutes to go, but you still got one more serve to come.
This point, if they win this point,
yeah.
Which they do. Look at the quality of that serve.
8-3. Perez.
The great thing about Nick's serve is just how much it moves through the air. He can serve well in excess of 200 Ks, but he gets the ball to do something through the air and then it jumps off the court. It really is.
Well, it's one of the best serves the game's ever seen.
Yeah.
Accuracy and disguise. 9-3. That should be enough for the Aussie pairing. Change ends.
Well, nobody moving too quickly at this point. I think the team of Shea and Cash are resigned to their fate. Can't catch up in the time allotted.
We've spoken about the Kyrgios serve. Where does the Sue serve rank? Wally?
Well, it's
different.
Yeah, it's not a lot of pace. And Nick has just run through that. Not allowed that ball to come to him. Look, she doesn't miss, Josh. She sets herself up for the next point as a rule, but 146 Ks, Kyrgios was all over that one.
To the other side, please. Thank you.
So 10-3, this is a commanding lead. This is the biggest blowout we've seen.
Three minutes, 30 seconds left. Oh, sun in the eyes. That's not easy for Ellen Perez to serve from the Tasmanian end.
Now go, kids. To the other side, please.
I'd never thought about a tennis court in those terms of geography, the European end, the Tasmanian end.
Well, that's what David Colbert calls it, the Tasmanian.
Well,
he knows.
He's a Victorian. He's a local Melbourneian. He's got his bearings, there's no doubt about that.
Well, a couple of good points swinging this a little, but it's still 10-5.
Well, therein lies the rub. At 122 kilometres an hour, she just wanted to make that first serve, but it was a very easy put away for Julian Cash.
Well, it's looking likely that it'll be Kyrgios and Perez taking on Arevalo and Stefani in the final. Oh, Ellen Perez, all class.
11-5.
All frame. All frame. That's, you get the racket, you might as well use every bit of it. Let's have a look.
Just
a world-class shank.
A little bit of string, a little bit of graphite. Found the right part of the court. 2-minute warning. Oh, Kyrgios maybe not the ball to charge. 202 kilometre an hour first serve.
No danger of losing this, you would think, at 11-7.
123 left.
Yep, change ends.
Well, that's we've determined as commentators, one end change is all that's needed after the 5-minute mark.
There'll be a review and a learning.
Will we have input in that review, Josh?
No.
1 minute remaining.
Production's been top-notch.
Yes. World-class.
Commentary is improving as we go. Kids Day, of course, here at Melbourne Park. Just long. So what do we have? 11-8, 25 seconds to go. So yes, that lead was cushion enough. They won't be caught from here. One more point to be played.
I feel Kyrgios and Perez are just saving energy here. It's been very, very taxing, this tie break.
Perez Kyrgios. Time.
And that is time on the round robin, the group stage. So Nick Kyrgios and Ellen Perez have prevailed in what was a semi-final shootout, 12 points to 8. So it'll be Nick Kyrgios and Ellen Perez through to the final. Probably for me, they will be hard to beat. They'll go in probably as favourites. A lot of the fans here will want a Kyrgios victory, you would imagine. All right, let's head courtside with Nick McCarville with the 4 finalists.
All right, so we've set our final here in the mixed doubles showdown. Ellen and Nick, first of all, tell me, what's the strategy seems to be working? You're listening to Captain. How happy are you guys with your tennis out here?
I mean, I knew about this event weeks ago, so I've been preparing just for this moment. All the work I've put in, and the next 10 minutes it's big. It's big.
It certainly is big. Luisa, Marcelo, what's the strategy to take on this Australian duo?
Well, I don't know. We just want to try to have fun, play our best, and hopefully the crowd will enjoy it too.
I think they certainly will. All right, our finalist set. We've got the showdown coming to you as these players getting ready. Ellen Perez, Nick Kyrgios, Luisa Stefani, Marcelo Arevalo. It happens now right here on Kia Arena. Time for our mixed doubles showdown final. We're gonna get our warm-up here started. And guys, it's been a good one, hasn't it? Throwing it back up to you, Dave Colbert and Wally Masur. We've had some scintillating tennis.
Have indeed,
here.
Nick. Thank you. Enjoyed your work down there. And this is now the big final. $30,000 on the line. We've learned a lot about the tactics, about what might happen. Getting out to a lead, important. We'll have a quick warm-up, toss of the coin here, and final instructions.
Okay, so again, AO and Munson, we'll let you call. AO and Munson.
Receive.
Receive. Have a good one.
I think we've determined that receiving's the way to go, Wally.
Why is that when you just clearly stated, Dave, that the key to winning this is to get off to a flyer?
Well,
so you would think serve first.
Yeah, one serve though. Only one serve.
Still, that's 1-0.
True. Well, I think you can then get in front with the next 2 serves. But anyway,
okay.
I might have changed ends and gone from this end, but we've learnt that having a lead is very advantageous. What about playing consecutive matches here? Perez and Kyrgios featuring in the last one. Does that help or hinder?
Are you thinking the fatigue factor?
No, I'm thinking that being
the momentum.
An advantage.
The momentum. Yeah, no, I would think so too.
Yeah, no need to really have another warm-up. So far, as we look at Luisa Stefani, her partner Arevalo, they have won their 2 encounters. 13-7 against the reigning Australian Open mixed doubles champions of Gadecki and Perez, the 2 Australians, and 11-8 over Routliffe and Glasspool. Kyrgios and Perez won 11-8 and 12-8. So there's not really too much in what we've seen. They have been dominant, but only just.
Well, you get the feeling too that teams aren't necessarily worried about a big scoreline. Once they're ahead, they just let that clock run down ever so slowly. They've got a time advantage. One of the great things about tennis, of course, in normal circumstances, is there is no time limit, and that's why you can see some amazing comebacks from time to time. But in this event, it's a clock, 10 minutes to find a win.
Ready?
Here we go.
Play.
So Marcelo Arevalo will serve, get things underway in the final.
1-0.
So there's the start. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, so now you've got the advantage of the serve, and Big Nick will accumulate the missiles from the end.
Dave, you might...
2 big serves here.
Bang. You might be a bit of a master tactician. Not just a pretty face. Here we go. Kyrgios to serve. He's gone the slider tee quite often from this end, the European end. No, change up. Nice change up. And look at the flight through the air. He beats people with flight.
I'm going to rename it to the Wimbledon end.
Yep.
I think it's got more flair. But Kyrgios, big advantage here for the Australians if he can get out to a 3-0 lead. And kick serve. And so now from a difficult end for Luisa Stefani into the sun.
Now,
2 serves, crucial.
This is the scenario, isn't it? So quickly to a 3-love lead, they pinch one of these return points, and somehow teams have been able to manage a lead of that nature early in the contest.
Still only that 1 point against the serve. So holding 2 here. Second serve though for Stefani.
Just wonder if, knowing that Arevalo is going to move, he's going to play that sort of a volley. If Nick stays back on return and Arevalo is that close to the net, it's hard to play a meaningful volley. I mean, they just punch that down at Nick's feet. If Nick stays back, he gets a ground shot.
Well, that was
smooth. Wasn't that smooth?
Just held it back for just a fraction. Gave Arevalo the inclination. He was going cross court. He was stuck on the spot.
Just manipulated the racket face at contact there. Just slid it down the line. Good skill.
So as a combination here, the right place serve and a pounce from Kyrgios can almost build a winning lead. Just got behind Stefani and Kyrgios celebrating
5-1.
Very early. It's only
Perez, Kyrgios.
Well, celebrating
2.5 minutes in.
Celebrating the net court and the lawnmower there. A lawnmower that just wouldn't start.
That's a big lead, but 7 minutes remaining. But you can manage the clock once you're in front.
Yep. Well, you've got to remember, it's 5-1. But if they just keep their noses in front, with Kyrgios getting 2 serves, it's just tough to peg back. Getting tougher.
Yeah.
6-1, Perez, Kyrgios.
So let's say they Arevalo holds 2 here, 6-3. Then Nick gets 2 serves. You're just chasing your tail from this point. He
6-2,
sliced to the player at the net. That is not going to pay dividends. Must-win point for Arevalo.
They all are from here, aren't they, for this pair?
Stands close to the tee. I think he's going to go tee, and he does.
6-3.
Successfully. So that was absolutely vital for Arevalo to hang on to those 2 serves. But of course, Kyrgios serving from the tougher end. 1:35 here in Melbourne, so the sun's still a factor for the players serving from the southern end, or the Tasmanian end, as we're now calling it.
I like that move from Kyrgios, though. When he needs to,
Perez,
takes the pace off, 180k, safely in, secures the point. 7-3 to the Australians. And when they, in 15 years' time, Wally, when we're talking about this event in the 15th anniversary, the first names on the trophy is always important.
Oh, yeah.
8-3.
And now, 8-3. Just at the halfway mark.
And Dave,
I'm not calling it just yet.
Wonderful for us to be a part of the inaugural event.
You've typed out a long email to the organisers on some suggestions. No warm-ups, not allowed to let the ball leave the... Once it's left the hand, it's in play. Only change ends once.
Actually, this would be a great event to implement that, wouldn't it? Because there are time constraints, and that is a time waster.
Perez just had eyes down the line.
So, folks, what I'm revving on about is once the ball leaves your hand on the serve, you cannot catch it. You must hit it. Otherwise, it's a fault.
It's in play as soon as it leaves the hand.
It should not be allowed that you can catch it and have a second go or a third go.
You've been campaigning on that one for a while. It's gained no traction.
No traction. No one's listening to me. But this is the event where we could implement it.
Yeah, the 1 point challenge, you could do it as well. That would be another place.
I know you're with me on this.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. Okay, so 5-8. It just starts to get a little tighter.
Yeah. We're 3 minutes and 50 on the clock remaining.
Perez serving. So this is where you start to manage the clock. And as you can see, just a little more time. Shot clock's only just started, and so the key here for Ellen Perez, she needs to use the entire 15 seconds. She's gone a little early, 5 seconds wasted. Now, while you're a former Australian Davis Cup captain sitting in the lounge chair on the sidelines, you just settle down,
calm down,
take your time,
take the allotted time,
yeah.
Play within the rules. Oh, Ellen!
Oh, that's helpful.
That's huge.
9-5.
Very much enjoyed hearing from Tim Henman at the United Cup on the bench. Take your time. Take your time. It's your time. But that was a handy point. 5-9. Kyrgios, who's a master of all of this. 6 seconds on the clock. Use it all, Ellen.
And she did.
And that's not a bad tactic as well, so long as this one goes in. Some more seconds.
Well, you're suggesting a deliberate fault.
Soak up 10 seconds or so. As long as you win the point.
9-6, Perez, Kyrgios.
And just how valuable was that net court on the previous point?
Thank you,
Perez. Small margins in a format such as this.
So here's another thing. Marcelo should just be able to serve now. There should be no delay. He's got the balls. Server dictates the pace.
You're saying, yes, you're saying you have to play to the pace of the server.
Yeah. And when you're behind and you're against the clock, being quick.
Well, look, I think we should put these suggestions forward to the organisers because we can help this event move forward.
Well, it's been pretty good already, but little tweaks. Big point this. Oh, that's not the shot that was required from Nick Kyrgios. The door
90 seconds remaining.
Is just ajar, a fraction.
Balls. The balls are all down the wrong
Marcelo
end.
needs to serve. He needs a ball. Get him a ball. Look at the other side. There's balls there.
Here we go. This is taking an extraordinary amount of time.
Here we go. Minute 17. Valuable time wasted here.
Oh, dearie me.
Just get a ball in your hand, Marcelo, and hit it.
Yep, you only need one. Quick, get to the net.
Wasted a lot of time here. A minute left.
Goodness me.
There we go. He needed to do that 10 seconds ago.
Now,
1 minute remaining.
This point, this is it. This is what it's come down to, Dave. This point.
Kyrgios to serve. He'll take up all the time. A reminder, if it's tied up at the end, we go to golden point for 30,000.
We love a golden point. We'd love to see that, wouldn't we?
So Kyrgios, you'd think he can win it here. Wow, there we go. He's got one more. What's the time?
Well, quick, he's got it.
9-0.
22 seconds, change of ends.
Yeah, he's got to hurry because there's one more point. He's got to hurry. That's it, Nick.
And he's got the serve.
Hustle, my friend.
He's got the serve. So they'll call time and he'll be able to play. He's got 13 seconds, so he can relax a fraction.
Yeah, I think he's just got to go wide. Big serve wide. Ellen, cover the line.
Here it is. Mixed doubles showdown on the line. Oh, he's done it with an ace.
10-9.
Alan Perez and Nick Kyrgios are the inaugural champions of the world.
The world. It's a global game.
Well, that was entertaining. Great finish with an ace.
Well, if the time, you know, the time is an element that creates a bit of tension. So it was literally down to that point. That would have been a golden point. If Nick doesn't win that point, it's golden point. So yes, the tension crept into the match courtesy of time. So a good format, no question about it. And it's got legs, hasn't it?
And he would have lost the serve too. So that was huge. That was a big old serve. Taylor Townsend producing her own content down on the court. And with the big ace too.
Yeah, well, you had the feeling he was going to go wide. It had been so effective for him. And he does have this amazing technique on the serve. So he can serve within himself, hit his spots. And that is awfully effective in any form of play, but extremely so in mixed doubles.
Well, I think we've enjoyed that. It was a little over an hour and 40 minutes of entertaining action. We've crowned a champion.
Flew by, didn't it?
Got some legs. The mixed doubles showdown.
The 1 point challenge, the mixed doubles showdown. What's next?
The 1 point challenge started out here on Kia Arena last year and then moved to prime time. So I doubt that you and I will be doing it if it's in prime time next year, Wally. They'll probably get some professional commentators.
Don't talk yourself down, Dave.
Here are the highlights. It's been entertaining stuff. We started off with the reigning mixed doubles champions. Oh, this is just the final, in fact. I was going to wrap up the whole tournament, but this was the final.
Well, there's a net cord from Nick, and that, of course, was helpful. But there was maybe one forehand net cord from Ellen Perez as things were getting a little more tense. It may have just saved.
Well, they got out to a 8-3 lead.
That's it, right there. That net cord there, look at that, perfectly placed. The net player can't backtrack. The baseline player has enough time to move forward. And Nick, as you would expect, dominant on serve. Hit his spots beautifully. It's hard to read. It's a great service motion.
And that is the championship point. And there's the celebration. So we're just about ready for a presentation. Bunches of flowers and all sorts of things going on down there. So thank you, Wally. Thank you to Josh and Renee. Let's go down to Nick McCarville for the presentations.
Well, how about it, everybody? Give another round of applause for the mixed doubles showdown here at the Australian Open. Some great tennis. How about the drama there? Last point wins it. Congratulations to all of our players participating today in the mixed doubles showdown. Let's hear it for the players for being here, and for you, the fans. Give them one more round of applause, please. A big thanks goes to Andre Sa and the Australian Open team for putting together this amazing event on the eve of the main draw of the Australian Open. It caps off what has been a fantastic opening week here in Melbourne. First, let's give it up for our runners-up. Please show your appreciation for Luisa Stefani and for Marcelo Arevalo. Luisa, Marcelo, please accept these gifts from the tournament. And one more time, folks, how about it for Luisa and Marcelo? We've also got gifts for our champions. They're taking home a check of 30,000 Australian dollars and some nice gifts from the tournament as well. Let's hear it. You know them well, the Australians, Ellen Perez and Nick Kyrgios. Ellen, Nick, congratulations. Nick, tell us about the pressure of that last point. You delivered when it mattered.
Yeah, I mean, look, no matter what event it is, you always feel the pressure a little bit when it's 9-all. And, you know, I just backed myself there. I knew that she was going to bite big down the tee, so I knew I had to just make it slider wide there. But, no, I appreciate all the fan support. It's always a blessing for me to come out here. Obviously, I'm not playing singles, so anytime I'm out here with the atmosphere and to put on a show for you guys means a lot to me. And yeah, I'm just happy that Ellen asked me to get out here with her. She's an amazing player. She's killing it on the dub scene, so just another one to add to the resume.
Well done to both of you. Ellen, tell us about being a part of this event. It was an awesome atmosphere here, and we're seeing new innovations from Tennis Australia this entire opening week.
Yeah, it's amazing to see more doubles events. We love it, so we really appreciate that. Thank you, Craig Tiley, for thinking of us. But no, it's a pleasure to share the court with Nick. So much fun. I think that's the best part about doubles is just communication, celebrations, having fun.
Okay, you two, the mixed doubles draw isn't out for the main tournament. Are we asking for a wild card?
Oh, I think she'd get sick of me probably by round one. I'm a lot to deal with, but I am a lot of fun. So, no, I think she's got better partners to play with. I'm going to go get a coffee now and just chill out and enjoy the win.
And just lastly, for both of you, how amazing is it to be here in Melbourne and play in front of these amazing fans each and every year?
Yeah, amazing. There's no better fans than the Aussie fans, and you know the stadiums we get to play on. It's amazing. So thank you for coming out, and please keep coming out.
Obviously, my Oz Open's not really the same as it used to be. I used to be preparing for singles and trying to go for that trophy, but you know, I'm playing doubles with Thanasi, so hopefully you guys can come out and we can put on a show for you and somehow run it back like we did in 2022. So we'll do our best.
All right, Nick Kyrgios, Ellen Perez, they are your Australian Open mixed doubles showdown champions here in 2026. Let's hear it for them, folks, one more time. A big round of applause for Ellen and for Nick. They're gonna get some photos here on court. Thanks for being with us, folks, for a great day of mixed doubles tennis here inside Kia Arena. We've got an awesome Australian Open to come, but for now, it's farewell from the mixed doubles showdown in Melbourne.